Yeah, mate. Now, this video is all about strato cylinders and how they work, or I'm not quite sure exactly how they work, but let's try and work this out. But I'll tell you a story first, so I'll turn you around. There you go. Put it back on there. Okay. This is a story from my late uncle. Died about 12 months ago now, roughly 12 months. Yeah, he close 12 months. Anyway, you know, the first Toyota Land Cruiser was the Ruby Mudguards, the very first Land Cruiser. Now this guy was up at Scone, wait, happened years ago now, probably 30 years ago, fella young bloke. He's 6'6", just painted the car in his shed, and he told his girlfriend not to drive the thing because the paint was still green. And he finally got the thing on the road. He's happy this, you know, the Toyota colour, that beige colour. And he was really happy this thing worked good. He reconditioned the motor. He's just happy and ecstatic. And the poor bugger couldn't talk that well. He's similar to me, but he had a real bad stuttering problem. Hey, he drove the car out on the road for the first time. He drove in the road, 20k, so got pulled over by a cop. And the cop was quite rude. And this guy that owned the Toyota was 6'6", so he's not a small bloke. And he played football, and we think it would be brain damage because of that. But anyway, the cop said you were speeding, blah, blah, and he goes, well, I don't think it was. You know, you were speeding, being a real smart ass. And said to the bloke, I'm going to book you. And he leaned on the bonnet of the car, like the bonnet, and put the paperwork on the bonnet of the car, because back then it was all paperwork, and started writing. And the big guy said, oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, please don't ride in my car. My paint's still green. And the cop goes, get out of the road, boy, and pushed him back. And he put the paperwork back on the bonnet of the car. And that big guy goes, please don't do paperwork on the bonnet of the car. I'm worried you pay more than damage to paint. And the cop goes, you touch me again, boy. And then the cop put the paperwork back on the bonnet of the car. And they goes, excuse me, sir. He goes, book you. Stop trying to call, and he went smack and punched his guy. The cop was straight in the face. Anyway, knocked the cop out cold, and he looked at the paperwork, and all the guy had was T on the paperwork. So he didn't even get to write down what the car was, no number plate, no nothing. Anyway, he went home and said to his wife, don't drive that car for over a month at least. Leave it in the shed, do not open the door, do not let no one see what's in the shed. And it's, that was the story. I thought that was quite funny. The guy got away with it, no one ever caught who he was. So I won't say his name, but one of those things, years ago we could do stuff and get away with stuff. Now everything's controlled by computers, cameras and all that. You just have no freedom. We've lost so much freedom, guys. But anyway, let's get back to this chainsaw. Now, before I do the pole job on this, I want to work out something myself. I've played around with this thing here, and I've tried to work it out. Now I understand straight how they work with exhausts. You let fresh air in through here, which goes through these intake ports here. These big ones there, left and right. The middle one's the intake. Most guys know what intake and exhaust and all that crap is, but I can't work out how this thing works. Now, the other 562 thing it was, the North Lumberjack done a video on how the long running type one, so they got bigger runners, so yeah, fuel goes through this arch here, gets pushed up when the piston comes down, and your upper transfer in there, so you see that. But I can't work out how fresh air gets pushed into the motor. It just doesn't work. It's all dead ends. Like, if that's sucking air into there, where do you go? Like, does it go in after fuel and air goes in? Because as the piston goes bottom to the center, until you fuel and air in, fuel and air mixture, where does the fresh air go to get into the motor? Like, I don't understand how the system works. So what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of these saws, I'll get them up there. Put this over here. This is a brand new one, so I'm not going to cut this one up. But this one here would be nice because it's got screws on the side here. So the side cover can be pulled off, but I'm not going to pull off because they're pain in the ass to break on if they leak and all the rest. That's the factory one from AliExpress, pulled that one, cheap one. But I have these other girls. I'll put this little guy out of the road, mate. Now the first one is this one. And there's new cylinder, so ms231. 231. That's got a cooked motor. The piston thing's bad. If we can't see it. No. Straight fuel. I got this free lawnmower guy. I went there one day to get the solo. He threw it out because people won't pay for the expense to fix these things. It's too much money and time. I got that one, and I got this one here for my cousin. It's a ms231. It's easy start, and the same thing, straight fuel. Years ago, you yelled at like crazy if you straight fuel the motor, because people knew years ago, too straight, put your oil in there. These days, people don't understand. Oh, I thought it'd be right. All what they do is normally they try and put that extra fuel or extra oil in with the fuel, and that will solve the problem. So, I don't know if you see that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do it to actually. I've got all the parts of this one here, the 251. I've got the majority of parts for this one here. I might pull this on a Peter part thing. The side transfers on this one are unboltable, but still it's not unboltable. They're walled up. So I bought a new muffler. This muffler is missing. The bolts are missing. I'll find bolts, but it's not an easy start of 2 cylinders. So I can do both of these cells today if I want to. These will be done up for winter time. But before I put the little stihl, I want to find out how these work. I put the degree wheel on these, just try and work out number wise how it actually physically works. Like, I'm not sure actually in this one. I think it's strato. Better make sure it is. Like screwdriver. Torqued to T27. I think it's got everything on this one. If not, it'll be a part saw. So there's air fuel. Is it strato? I think it is, I'm not quite sure. One of the other ones is port similar. So get him up. Yep. This one's been apart. It's from a local council group, and the guys at the council didn't put the 2-stroke oil in the petrol, and it caused bang and popped. And my cousin around there doing fencing, and he said, how much of that? And I gave it to him, so he didn't want to fix it. So I ended up with power chain and all that. That's the same setup. Missing air fuel, but I do have all the parts up on the shelf up top. Up here, somewhere up there. There's a whole jar full of bolts and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, it was strato. It has to be strato. I probably can look on the front, actually. Oh, which one I want to cut? I might do the 231, because this one's an easy start. It's hard to pull over and get what I want to do. But I'm going to have to cut. Oh, no, I'm going to do it. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. I was going to pull it over so I can see what's going on, but the degree wheel will go on that side, so I have to be able to turn it over and have to look where what's doing what. So it'll be this side here, so I can work out the numbers and actually see what I'm doing. So it should be straight. Yeah, straight. Yeah, I'll pull this apart. Well, it has to be straight because that cylinder was bought for the saw. Hopefully the correct one. I've got one. This one here's from AliExpress. I've got another one in the drawer for Farmtech. I want to know what quality was like, what, and all this. But the thing is, you look at certain things, and over time you go, why do they do this and why do they do that? Can't say, guys. So one thing I did notice on the I'm doing the kind of a Husqvarna 450 soon too. I got piston and stuff for that. But their piston here the hole was drilled in the kit. There is hole was drilled through that part there. A small one, like 1/18-inch hole on both sides, and I think that's the fresh air part there. But I still can't work out how they talk to each other. Like, okay, that goes down. It's not a void, it gets past, nothing to suck, nothing to pressurise. So when it goes up top of the centre and it comes back down, how does that get back to the transfer chamber? So that's the whole goal today. I'll go and work this out and see what's what. But I'll probably pause on the part. Just yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know for all the parts here. I'll have a look and just see how she goes. It looks pretty decent compared to that one though. I was missing the boot. I got the air filter. I'll put it in a box. The screws, is it? Oh, the 215 is missing a screw here. Spark plug's gone. Small spark plug. I've got them though. But yeah, well, just see what we can do, and we're gonna have to work out some way of cutting the cylinder. I got a reciprocating saw. I bought some cutters the other day. So if I do that, probably this right here, I know I'll probably cut through here somewhere and cut this side here to see how the piston interacts with the ports, and just I want to take probably a third of the cylinder off so the piston will stay in place, and just have a look at how it goes. And but this one's wrecked, so it won't really matter if I cut this. There's no way in the world I can fix this cylinder and piston that's cooked big time. But anyway, I'll pull this down and I'll cut it and I'll show you that. The things you find when you're pulling apart this, man, this thing was a really dirty saw. The oil pickup line here looks like a rat's been here tuning, but it's not. There's no room for a rat to be in there. But that pipe down, I have to replace that pipe. But at least my troubles, man. It's really dirty, mate. I think it's the problem. Maybe it wasn't straight gas at all. It's filthy. Pull the flow off. It is a strato. Got the intake boot like that. I will say to the still guys, it's been well put together. And all the bolts are tight, so far she's right. Yeah, filthy dirty. I blew and blew and blew. So much build up crap in here. I don't know what who's cutting. Under here is really red dust. Cutting some weird motoring material for building a house. That primer, it's that pinky colour from priming paint. But I got to pull the handle off here, because you can't really handle. You can't get the bolts. There's two bolts to the cylinder and the other two under the handle. So I'll pull the next part off and pull the cylinder off. Okay, the cylinder's ready to come off now. You there? You knock it off of me. I've no idea about that is, but you move your oil pump. There's a screw to the block there, so maybe loose. I think I've never done one of these before, guys. So. Well, the main bolts are out of the cylinder. The clamshell stuff, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, let's come loose all that. But the intake's still in there. So I pop off then. Yeah, I'll pop off. We get glue undo. Come on. What else is holding this? What else is holding this? Gear light. Probably be a glue, I think. You saw a bit of tap. Tap. Try and did your oil pump, like that. That pipe is the intake rubber pipe is no good to have all that, so it's cut. So the boot, I don't know if I take the back part here off. I don't think it does come off. Something's moving. These all lights, so they're small and hardy to. That actually come off there. That crank seal's off. This side. Feels to me the intake boot. How can I push it down the road? I can't even move the motor forward. But anyway, I had motors before that hard to get apart. This one's weird. I think that's mostly just glue. I put a wedge between the cylinder and screwdriver and give it a bit of a poke. Bit of a lever, if I can. We glue back off, hopefully. The cylinder. That side. Just talking to myself now. It has to come up, so I have to get the intake boot off. I'm missing something, I think. Screw there. But that's not separate, I don't think. Or is it? I'll take it off. Alright, I'll take this off. Okay, that's what the problem was, is that 2 screws on the intake under where the carby sits, so the button now is loose. Pull it off. You can't do it without doing that, guys. I don't think. That's off. A little dirt in there. That should come up now, hopefully. Not too much of a problem. One side's up. Not the other side. Come on. Should lift this one straight up. The motor does turn over, but the piston's cool. Why won't they come up? I'll cross my toes and cross my fingers, mate. Come on. What's that thing there? Well, I can't get to it. It's that hole there that holds the oil pump, I think. Hitting the hole as it comes up. That means the motor will come over this way a bit. Probably this stupid thing here is to come off too, I suppose. Pull it off. It's a different size T. It's probably a T22, something like that. What is this one? T15, small, very small. That's off. Pull it out. That's the air flow thing. So a little dirt in that. That should let go by now. Why won't you let go? Both them at the motor at a certain spot on the crank, bottom dead center or something like that. These dogs here, guys, the dogs are super sharp. I'll pull this thing off and I'll show you a sec. I wiggle the cylinder that way and it popped up, so. There you go. They're still stuck in there, okay. Clamshell. Always look at your clamshells before you put them down. This one here has a lump at the front, the part there, like a tongue. That's the front of it, so. A mental note for me, but also if you pull one of these apart, you know. Now, what's going on with this motor? Why won't it pull apart? Maybe she's seized. I thought this one turned over. That's all good. There you go. Oh man, she's been hot. Really, really hot. That. Feels like shrapnel's been there, bits of metal. Something's let go. That's been super, super hot. It didn't like it was running out of never it's been dry straight fuel, but might take place of bearings still, I think, because they not discoloured, but they spin it right. Yeah, it's bad. I didn't expect that. But the same piston is what's in the kit. No hole for that. So I'll pull these rings off there if I can. This is let's friction inside the ball. That one's off. And the bottom one, the top one though, it's part of the piston. I think it could stay there. That's the piston. Now the cylinder. Funny enough, the cylinder probably could be saved. No, just above the exhaust, there's too many holes and stuff. Too much give me a better photo. Zoom you in. Above that little lines where it's in hot, super hot. I'd say it was straight fuel, but it's a weird straight fuel. Maybe you're running a super blunt chain and keep it going. You cook it. That part there is fine. No idea why it's like that. And the front's fine. The intake, sorry. See, that part of this piston, the bottom part is fine. It's cool. The top part, up here, like ball bearings, when it's really super rough. Look, Cameron, where your camera goes. And light. Hard, guys, hard. That's the other piston. Look at that. The ball bearing marks all over that shrapnel. Something's hit that bad, and I can't work out what it is. Nothing looks loose. But anyway, I'll get this cylinder cut. and we'll have a look and see how and why and what this. I take the intake bit off. I want to see everything going on, so I'll take it off. I'll need it for the next cylinder. They're inside, which is good. I was never a part for it. But someone paid a fortune for this. One day, a long time ago. Probably getting about 20 years ago. I suppose it's all now they're getting older. Time is going by quickly, guys. Now, does this come off easy? Probably not. Come on. We're gonna leave her. About doing stuff. No. There's still glue that's on. I think they're wood. Wow, I can't get hold of it. Maybe top. No. Oh, there you go. At the top there's a tiny spot to lever it up. There you go. Okay, that's the first hint of what's going on. The strato has gone for the top. And then it goes. No. The strato at the bottom. Does it work? It strato at the bottom. And there's fresh air in there for these parts here. And your intake is the top of your carbon. Now that's weird. I expected the other way around. Dealing with other saws. The upper is where your fuel there goes, and the lower is just your air. That's why it came out like that. So your strato and your center of it is your intake. That's like that. What a really, really weird intake. It's super strange. I don't know what's going on with this tongue though. Why would you physically go your way to make less fuel go in for your intake? Like, straight away, maybe porting these things would be easier with just removing some of this tongue. More fuel in there. What they're doing is trying to slap the air and fuel to the base of the cylinder in your case. But that's just weird. I didn't expect that at all. At least it's not ripped and nothing like that. It's good condition. Alright, I'll go so to cut this cylinder and put me degree wheel on. Now I should do a side-by-side view before I cut the thing up. The only thing I really see different-wise is we'll go to the AliExpress one first. The big pulse line here for your cubby. That big hole. Could be zoom in. Quite a big hole there. But the steel one is tiny, super tiny. Look up there. And it's really the base of the intake. Oh, lot. Come on. How to make it work, guys? Yeah, so the hole is really small. It's super low at the intake base. Hopefully that comes up. On focus. Not doing focus. Focus on that and focus on that. But yeah, it's really close to the floor of the intake. With when here is nowhere near the floor of the intake. So I'm wondering if the pulse lines will line up. I think they will. There's a pretty big intake pulse line there. It looks so far. I put on there by looking at it from the outside. It looks like it does line up. But yeah, the upper transfers and that. I thought they still had a bigger airflow transfer mark there. Come on, why don't you focus this stupid thing? The low one there is your air intake injection. No, don't then. There. I thought still was big, and the AliExpress is not far behind. Visually, not really much different. It's a bit sort of longer and skinnier, so that helps anyone. It's meant to shine from the light and the chrome and stuff. There you go, see there. So it's sort of fatter, but they're still sort of like longer and skinnier. The intake size is the same. can't always think of the difference of the intake. That's the stihl intake, and that's the AliExpress. So it's similar, I think, same. But the big thing difference-wise is the exhaust. That's the AliExpress exhaust. Good thing to film, focus. That's pretty big. The stihl is small. I know there's a lot of carbon there, but visually it's small. And they're both. This is a 231, so it's a small motor, maybe not. I'm not quite sure what it is. Is it small? Not sure if it's still. Yeah, it's a small motor. So yes, that's what the difference is. A small motor, but apparently these motors fit the same source. So all I do is pop the piston off, and it'll be the same motor. So yeah, we'll go so I cut this thing open, and we'll try it on the degree wheel. Alrighty, freshly cut open, haven't even blown the thing out yet. So what's it's a lot. I tried to do a third thereabouts, but I couldn't do it. That's motor transfers. So we're looking at more on the middle. The air mixture goes up to this hole here, comes down this one over here. But I don't know how this one here associates with the piston stuff. So I run the bit of sandpaper and a diamond burr on this part here, and mount in the saw, and we'll see if she goes trying to roll up. But the degree wheel on her, and just trying to degree and see what it looks like, and try and work out how the piston and all that flows with the thing going up and down. Right. Looking good. Just as hard to put back together while pulling it apart, get anything to line up. But put the bolt back in the bottom, and then put the degree wheel on her, and we'll have a look. Let's see what this thing is made of. Now, the degree this thing reserved the wheel in. I'll show you. It's hard, this one. It's small. A small spark plug. Yeah. There you go. So it's, I'll show you what it looks like. Now, it's uncapable of that. So I'm using the head of that against the wall on near the exhaust. I'm touching that, okay? I push it all the way into the back of the wall above the exhaust. So we're at 58, this one here. 58, it spins out nicely. And we're at 58, this one here. So we are degreasing. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. And I think I've worked out how these stratos work. Though I had different. So look at the intake first. So there's the intake there. Because I haven't checked this yet either, guys. I wish I had left it with. I wish I had left a little bit more metal here, but beggars can't be choosers. Now, we'll wind that piston. That's going up, down. So it's just cracking. Try and watch this end video for you guys. So it's just cracking there, I think. So what's that in the degree wheel? We're at 68 degrees, so not much time at all. 69, so 69 degrees. So the exhaust, what we got that in? I can't do that. I need the light. I put you here, I'll look at the exhaust, the way I do it. Which is I like to see light bleed for the exhaust come through, so I did tell you if anyone else. Piston starting to go down. So I bleed about small motor like this, just so there's enough light. So if you're liking it through a gap, it's letting the exhaust down. They're out there. What are you looking at? So you guys, my beautiful. Yeah. So you're looking at 106 thereabouts. If you go by other guys, they do 4-way light. Well, give me light. Let me see light. See light. probably there, I suppose. 110. So that'd be the way you guys normally do it. Look at transfers. So turn that like that. So light on the transfers. Now, if you look at this one here, that's your upper transfer, okay? So bottom to the center, you see the other side of the motor. It's so hard to film, guys. Trying to jiggle too much. Zoom in. So you can see the intake over that side there. Come on. Need to see your hands, see hands. I'll put you down here. Hang on. It's sort of the top of the one way. That fall if I'm not careful. Do like that. Maybe you can see there, maybe. Is that right? Sort of. Now you can see the transfer, the upper transfer open there, okay? It's fully open. I've taken the flywheel off. It's actually all tight, so she's pretty good. That's the bottom that's down there, roughly. That bottom. Now, you see where the stratos are. I'm trying to look at your camera. You see where it's sucking the air and stuff like there, strato, and the stratos here. Now, your upper transfer here is lined up. When you come out like that, it's lined up with your upper transfer here. So it must be pushing some fresh air back into that pipe there and charging it for the next round of firing. So the next firing, start putting compression into your sump. It starts squeezing now. The fresh air is already going in, squeezing. And when that first cracks, a little bit of air comes out through here and blows fresh air out behind the exhaust before fuel comes in, I think. But I don't know where this part here goes. So we'll go right up, but there's no holes this side of the cylinder. Is that right? There maybe. It's a clear area here, guys. It's shit. Well, I think it's right. So, if you're sucking off, you're top of the 10 now. Your motor's been turning over. It's like you're going up and you're full cycle like that, sucking all your air and stuff into your motor, and you start to come back down there. You start to pressurise the system about here somewhere. So, where's that in the strato? There's stratos there, right? So that must line up roughly. About there, it's fully lined up. So that would be also sucking air into that particular area on your piston as the piston goes down. So it must be some of the air here. But as I said before, it's a dead end. There's no, you might suck air and there'll be no pressure really in there at all. But that hole there, that one there, is one I'm wondering because that's a dead end too. But it goes right down. You push your fuel and air and stuff in there like you normally would. But when you get back to here, the air gets pushed into here, I think. So, little compressed air. It'll be there, that's how it works. So you suck your air, fresh air in here, it'll blow into your upper transfers, both sides, through here. Just a bit to put a bit of air and stuff in before your fuel comes up through the system. So that's how it works there. I don't know why the hole there though, it's different. Probably just to lighten the piston. But that's what's going on. So as it goes down, pressurising the thing, fresh air gets pushed into the guts of your transfers just a tiny bit, comes down, and then all of a sudden, the first initial crack, or a bit of fresh air from the upper transfers, blow the exhaust out, and after that, the next part of the system allows fuel and air out and starts live again. So that's the way the strato works in my mind. That's how I think it works. But that you may think that here is on the opposite side right now, but it lines up with the upper transfers at the very top here. It'll be about there. They're lining up now. So it's a weird setup. But if I hadn't pulled this apart, like cut it in half, I think I'd have worked this out. So when we open up transfers, I love that. They're very different to each other. One's higher than the other. That's the first one. It's towards the piston first, or towards the exhaust. That side. That's cracking. So what type number's that? They're looking at 127. on the first one. And the second one is just a 15,000, so about there, I'd say. Just starts it. Just there. What? Yeah, a bit more. There. That's opening up. So 127, then what's this one? 128, so they're basically the same as each other, but the exhaust fires first, which I thought would be weird. I would assume the intake would fire first and chase the vent out, so there's a lot going on inside this cylinder. I'm not the person that knows everything. I don't know much at all, really, but the angles are all different, and the other part, I'll show you this. Told you it's top heavy. Give me up, baby. Another magnet, hang on. Give me a magnet tray. I agree with that steel, so it hangs on. Right. This is the side of the cylinder I cut off. So I thought this is interesting. First thing I thought came straight to my head, I poured a Makita saw for Paul, and very, very similar. So that's where your cylinder sits in life at the top of the top of the center. Upper transfers. It feeds the fuel and air through here. So the front of your back, the back, where's the front and back? The front of the motor. That's the exhaust side here. Yeah, so it comes up through here, and up for these small chambers. So that's where your fuel and air gets thrown up. If you put light through that, I'll show you. Put you back now. You put light through that. Yes, you see light come through it. Only very small though. The Makita's like very small stuff. Now if I can show this in a way that you guys can see. Maybe that way. The light's coming through that hole there. So as air flows through here, it's very, very small and narrow. They're worth pulling apart and grinding, not really, because the moment you start mucking around the angles here, you don't do it dead right. You gotta stuff it up. Stratos are funny setup. They say not to play with them too much. I'll open up where the transfer goes on the motor itself, on the saw here where it flows up. Make sure there's more airflow around that base. Down the base here, see the airflow. And I think they do that too, because all stuff I watched on TV, it's hard to explain stuff. As I did before, hard to talk. It's a long day. Now, because the motor's moving the way the motor moves, anti-clockwise from where I am here now, clockwise I should say, you counterbalance weights, like Kevin, you counterbalance weights, throw the air and fuel up your transfers. So that actually helps too, so you see that, I don't know if you can. Zoom, lights. Oh, there you go. So you can see the counterbalance weights. So this is the way the motor should spin. It throws the air and fuel up the transfers like that. I am actually back to front. I'm spinning the wrong way, guys. So how does that work? That's the way your motor turns normally. You think the other way around and use the counterbalance weights. Well, I thought they were intended to. Come on. It's weird. So I thought the counterbalance weights here would throw the fuel air up. It doesn't do that at all. So just one of the things. I thought it'd be a good video to show you guys. Maybe learn something. I think I've worked out it shows it how they work. So if you watch it, how it goes up and down. So we're still going. So now we've stuck all the air and fuel in we can for the intake there. And starting to come down and starting to charge up. Fresh air's in this part here. It throws a bit of charge into here and locks it off. That's locked off now, so nothing. And it will go bomb the center, and all of a sudden, a little bit of air would go from here to about here I suppose. Not much. But the air and it fuels down the bottom here. Goes all the way down there, and all of a sudden squirts it up. Now the first part will be fresh air out here, and followed by fuel and air. So I think that's the way they work, but I'm not sure what's the whole here. I think that's just for making it lighter, but apart from that, yeah. This is different. I do like stratos or exhausts. I've done a little metallic thing, Husqvarna thing, but it goes well. It's a metallic 370 is. It went well, but just the way they work, they're different, and someone had to put a lot of thought into this. I don't know the fact they've taken so much up there that skirt there for timing, but as you see, the hole I'll show you before is super small. Look at that. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys. I find it interesting, and hopefully someone will see it and go, oh, I see what Cam made, or learn something yourself. Just trying to turn it over for you guys to see it. The two hard angles and stuff. I'll go like that, angle up. Not bad, not bad. You see how the stratos line up with the port? Because half the port here is missing, so that's lining up the port, filling up with fresh air. Then fresh air's in there now, because it goes in. But I still can't see how it sucks air into here with compression. Like, it's only a little bit here. And how's this actually go into that port? There's no pressure really. You pressurize the sump by going down, but what type of pressurizing is that? I got no idea. That's how it works. Maybe slight little pressure as it's spinning out fast. Maybe it works over speed. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys. So you think? Hold my head straight so you can see. Light. There we go. Okay, alternate ending. I worked out how this works. And I will explain its quality once I've really had time to think about it. I watched the video of the short I made this. But yeah, piston's going up, so you're starting to create a vacuum at the bottom of the crank. It's coming up, and the transfer ports for the strato are starting to open up there. Because it's starting to crack inside there. But there's no pressure yet on them at all in that flow. We're waiting for the intake, so as soon as the intake cracks, like that, it starts to get suction here, which also causes the air come through the stratos, which causes suction down here. So you'll be sucking air into your upper transfers down to the base of it, I suppose, roughly there. But at the same time, it's sucking air and fuel down here. They go up like that. So your top dead center starts to slow everything down now, so your maximum pressure in your sump. That's closed off your intake there. That's shut. So all the pressure now is building up in the soil. Your upper transfers are all closed off. So closed off, bottom dead center almost. So nothing, you got air here, just straight air, and your fuel air is down the bottom. As soon as they go crack, your air, first part of the transfers open up, your air goes flying here, flows out the exhaust, and straight after that is the air fuel. So that's simple as how they work. So I'm just watching the video, I've worked out how it is. So the vacuum is caused by the intake itself. So vacuum starts here, and then it starts sucking through here at the same time. But this free strato is just straight air. That's the end of the video, guys. Over now. Thank you for watching.